A really nice day today. This is the first day that's really felt like summer. I came out here to the shed today and it was 35 degrees in the shed. It gets quite hot, but you can see no clouds at all. Oh, just one over there. So the Riley, I've got my MGB booked in for its warrant next week, so that'll be on the road for summer. Looking back at old films and talking to a few people with some experience in this, we worked out, yes, I should be able to remove the oil pump and replace the O-ring if that's what needs doing. I'm not sure how much oil I'd lose doing that. I think that might be, I have to check the dipstick, but that pump might be above the level of the oil, so I'd have to see how much oil drops out of it. Just noticed I've completely lost a clevis pin from there. Oh, yeah, the reason being because I never actually put the little split pins in the end, so that'll be in the garden somewhere, I'm sure. That's okay. Today, once I recover from being too hot, I want to make the little aluminium cover thing that goes in here, and I may also look at hooking up the wires. I need to hook up the earth strap to the chassis down there, and I need to earth the engine somewhere because I haven't done that yet. So I need to figure out where I can earth the block back to the chassis. There'll be somewhere. I don't think I'll have to drill any extra holes. Rear guards, good, nice and solid. They're still not even actually done up in there yet. But I spoke to my inspector chap today. He remembered me, so that's good. Next steps will be, I need to take it to see him, and he can put it up on his hoist, start taking photos, and we'll start going through the paperwork. So I've explained to him what I've been doing with it, and he's not done these scratch builds before, but he's happy to give it a go. So I need to copy all the papers I've got, things from the Vintage Car Club, stuff like that, and then we'll take it along and see what he says. He'll give me the necessary paperwork that I take to the VT and Z place, and then they can basically issue me a VIN, and then we get it into the system. It won't mean it's on the road, but it's the first step along the way, I think. That gives the car its identity, and then we go from there. So that's all good. We're going to do that mid-January. It's too close to Christmas now. The bike, hopefully if the weather's like this on Sunday, I'll ride the Honda to the next Coffee and Cars event at Southwoods. I think I'll take that one, not the Valicette. And I've been practicing riding around the garden. The Kawasaki is now advertised. I haven't had anyone show any interest in it yet, but we'll see. There's one other one listed for I think $5,500. I think I put mine on for $4,200. Seems reasonable. I'm not going to make any money on it, but I'm not going to lose much. Yeah, it's just actually quite a nice day to really just not do anything and have a cold drink. Oh, Milo's upset. I'm making a film without him. And we're not going anywhere for Christmas. We're just going to stay around here and do things around the shed and the garden. There's a bit of weed killing needed around here. And I've made a secret path. I had to buy some new secateurs, so I was testing them out. So don't tell head gardener. Take care of some of these little trees that I've cut down. Pops out here. So it's quite funny that when we moved here 4-5 years ago, there was nothing. The only tree that was here was the gum tree and one lemon tree. So everything else we've put in, it's growing up. Now it's kind of funny that there's enough there now that I can cut a path through it. So I've got a little bushwalk. And I practice, even if I don't go out on the road, I tend to practice on the motorcycle most days. Come out, just do like 10 minutes riding around, just riding around the garden. And it's really helping. I'm just getting much smoother, much more confident, and getting used to what to do when things go wrong and not panicking. So not putting my feet down, not whiskey throttling it, just building up that confidence of knowing what the bike will do, just at slow speed. So doing things like U-turns on the driveway, or cutting through that little path. So come along here, cut through the path here, you know, and doing circles around this, that kind of thing. So there's pears. There's the apricot tree. Any tuies? Not quite at the moment, they're usually around. Plum trees. There's a couple of magpies around somewhere as well. Oh, there's Milo. He's let himself out. He's coming to help. Hello. Come on then. So, well, even with the door open, it's already hot in here. I think I need to take this off. I'll measure the distance between these and then trim a piece of aluminium to fit. Should be fairly simple to bend that up. There's not too much shape in it. And I have to figure out what sort of shape I want it to be. Oh, the other thing I did today is been trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the seats. So at the moment I've got, it's kind of a thick foam pad on there, which works reasonably well, but I've ordered some Confor foam, which is one of those space age memory foams supposedly invented for the space program in the 60s. They use it a lot in aircraft and gliders and things like that, so it molds to your body. And the place I got it from is it's called Aircraft Logistics. I spoke to the guy there, he was really helpful, and he happened to have 2 1-inch pieces of that in stock, so I've ordered those. It's only soft, so it may be too soft. I may need to get another 1-inch block later, but I think possibly that on top of this sort of foam might be enough for the seats. And the problem is the seats can't be too high because you've got that much room, so the seats have to be very thin. So hopefully that'll arrive soon and I can get a feel of what that's going to be like. I might try doing the upholstery myself. I'll give it a go. I'll just start with vinyl or something. I'm not going to do it in leather until I kind of know what I'm doing. The seat bases are really simple. I don't think they're even fluted. I think it is just flat. Again, there aren't any period pictures that show that. You've got lots of period pictures of people sitting in the cars. Not a lot of detail of things like instrument panels or specifics inside the cockpit or anything like that. So look at cars that are supposedly original and see how they've done it. But again, it doesn't really matter. You know, anything's going to be correct. The other thing I want to do is hammer this a little bit. This is still a little bit flat, so I need to, if I hammer this edge, it'll pull this around a little bit. You can see on this one, oh, I've just noticed there's lots of little hammer marks on that. This comes like that. There's a bit more curve. It's not straight down, but that's easy. Actually, it'll be much easier now it's up on the car. I should be able to get in there with a dolly and smooth that out a little bit, which is good. But yeah, if I get the battery cable sorted out, I can put the battery actually in its place, get rid of the jumper leads. But I think this will be the next thing, once I figure out where that dog's gone. On my second attempt at making a, I don't even know what you'd call this, it's like a filler piece to go under the screen, and sort of getting there. I'm not going to try and shape it so it touches all the way around. That'll be a bit tricky because it does have to lift off at some point, but that's kind of what I had in mind. Just a little piece that fills in that gap underneath there. I'm guessing what will happen is the air will come up under here and then shoot up behind the screen. It's like a built-in defroster. Something like that anyway. Needs a little bit more work, and then it'll need a bit of cleaning up because I have to stretch that inside edge to get a little bit of a curve on it, and of course it leaves marks. Yeah, I think that'll look alright. It's just so there's not a big gaping hole there. Yeah, I need to just tweak that front edge. I want that sitting hard against the body. Pull that round a little bit. All the edges still need hammering smooth and filing, but yeah, that's the idea there. Tonight after work, been riding around the garden on the motorbike, and I finished this little filler piece. I did end up curving the ends down a little bit more. They don't go all the way down, but they touch all the way around there. I've just kind of sanded it off, and that just fills in that gap. You can still, didn't like the sound of that. Nothing's really tight, but you can still fold down the screen if you need to. Good thing with the mirror being mounted on the side is you can twist that. Yeah, I don't like that they're quite narrow little posts, and there's not much underneath there. So I think what I'll do is make some little strengthening plates to go underneath there, so it's not just going bolted straight through the skin. That'll just spread the load a little bit. I think that'll help. Yeah, I think that's come out okay. So it just fills in that gap, so the wind isn't just blasting underneath there. That's what it looks like from the inside. So there we go. And a few other things. New compression tester arrived, and with this, using the tube, I get about 100 psi on the Honda. Same across both cylinders. If I end up using this tube, which has got quite a big bore, it's like half. You get 50 psi. So I think the problem is, even with this new gauge and these little push-on things, there's enough volume there that it's impacting the reading, because it's trying to read the compression of such a small cylinder. So the volume in here is actually making a difference. So I'm just not going to worry about it. Seems to be running fine. They're the same, so that's all good. The other thing that arrived today is my new hammer. So seems quite nice. It's a hammer, and it's quite a long head. So the idea is now I can get over the edge of things like the guards to get in there if I need to. So that's quite nice. And I think that's kind of all I'm going to do today. Again, it's another nice hot day. Not quite as hot as yesterday, but it looks like the weather is clouding over a bit. I'll be in the city tomorrow, so I won't get anything much done, but yeah, quite pleased with how that's come out. It looks fine. I might put some weather strip or foam or something underneath it, just so it's not aluminium rubbing on aluminium. But, yeah, kind of ties that in nicely. It needs a little bit of tweaking maybe, just to get it to sit down. But I think that's pretty good.